When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
All right, Troy DeFranco, before we get to the starting lineup, kind of boil it down for us here tonight, especially from the Lorain perspective. What are some things that have to go well for this Titan team tonight?
Well, I think for Lorain, they have to get that third and maybe fourth guy going. You expect it from Pierre Lewis and from Grant, but maybe Jordan Jackson or Weatherington or somebody else, because the way St. Ed's can score the basketball, averaging over 80 points a game, they're going to have to get a third and maybe fourth guy going. And I also thought, I'd written down they have to keep the rebound battle even with St. Ed's. They're big. They will rebound the basketball. And then, so much youth on both sides of the team. St. Ed's has 3 sophomores, and Lorain is dressing 5 freshmen and only starts 1 senior. So the beginning of this game for both teams, I think, is going to be crucial. You're playing in a new environment in the jar with some different backgrounds. So we'll see how the teams shoot the ball early. For St. Ed's, I think they got to focus in on Lorain's big 2 and use their depth.
It's interesting you brought up for Lorain, somebody aside from Tavon Pierre-Lewis or Devon Grant has to step up. Boy, Saturday night, it was Jaden Sledge. Those 3 threes that he hit in the third quarter when Lorain was down 8. He may have kept their season alive.
And that's a great point. I think it's going to take another one of those efforts from somebody other than those 2.
All right, let's take a look at our starting lineups for Lakewood St. Edwards under head coach Eric Flannery. It'll be Montori Foster, a 6'1" sophomore, averages 14.8 per ball game. Grant Huffman in the starting lineup, another sophomore, 6'4". Grant averages 11.9 per game, and a third sophomore, 6'6". Tay Blanton averages 10.4 points per ball game. It'll be Emmett Chambers, a 6'8" senior, at 9.5 per game. And rounding out the starting 5, the senior son of head coach Eric Flannery, 6'4", PJ Flannery. PJ averaging 12.5 points per ball game. For Lorain High, under head coach John Rossitano, it'll be Jordan Jackson, a 6' sophomore, at 9.6 points per ball game. Tavon Pierre-Lewis, a junior, 6'6". Tavon at 16.2 per contest. Division I district player, or first team district player, 6'1" junior Devon Grant at 20.5 per game, along with senior 6'1" David Weatherington at 6.1 per game. And rounding out the starting 5, the defensive specialist for Lorain High. He only averages 1 point per game, but the 5'8" junior, Cameron Davis, will watch him defensively tonight. The good news for Lorain is he is a defensive menace. The bad news is pick your poison. St. Ed's with 5 guys in double figures and a 5th guy, Emmett Chambers, at 9.5 per ball game.
That's one of the most balanced scoring teams probably Lorain's played all year.
Let's play some basketball here at the James A. Rhodes Arena. Tim Elkhorn, Troy DeFranco, glad you've dialed in. Sweet 16 in Division I. Lorain in their road dark blues. Dark blue shirts, dark blue shorts, silver letters and numbers and white trim. St. Ed's in their home whites, white shirts, white shorts with the dark green letters and numbers and the gold trim. Keith Moyer, Jacob Sell, Adam Loudon are our 3 officials, and we're just about set to get it underway. It'll be Tavon Pierre-Lewis in the center circle for Lorain, and for St. Ed's, Emmett Chambers, tip controlled by the Titans, and we are underway. Jackson, run to the lane, bank shot no good, rebound to Pierre-Lewis, up and in. Tavon Pierre-Lewis with the putback. Lorain has jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Quickly, St. Ed's at the other end. 3-ball up, 3-ball right there by PJ Flannery. Flannery gives the Eagles a 3-2 advantage. Well, you can see them push the pace. They were down the floor in about 5 seconds after the Tavon Pierre-Lewis putback for Lorain. Titan basketball. Jackson on the left wing, gave it in the left corner. 3-ball Weatherington, in and out. Rebound loose on the floor, grabbed by Lorain. Out front, Grant, 3, around the rim and out. Rebound grab by St. Ed's Foster. Montori Foster feeds it ahead to Blanton. Blanton in the forecourt. Blanton shovels it underneath. Shot up, no. Rebound put back up and in, though, by Montori Foster. Foster makes it a 5-2 Eagle advantage as Jackson comes to the forecourt for Lorain High. Lorain going right to left on your radio dial. Left of the lane, rough shot up and in by Cameron Davis. Well, he kind of threw it at the hoop and he hit nothing but net.
He hit that over the 6'8" Chambers.
5-4. Lorain back to within 1. Blanton to the foul line, left side to Foster. Foster brings it out front, swings it on the right wing to Grant Huffman. Huffman on the weave, gave it off to Chambers. Chambers to Flannery, top of the circle to Grant Huffman. Huffman looking for some help. Pass out front, stolen away by Davis. Davis for Lorain, hits to the other end. He tries, scoops, no rebound. Fought for. Davis had it, and I think they'll get him for a reach-in foul. They will. That foul will be on Cam Davis for Lorain. That is his first.
You heard the crowd roar there on that defensive possession. Lorain is going to have to play very good defense tonight and came up with the seal. Just wasn't able to convert it.
Montori Foster will bring it forward for St. Ed's. They lead it 5-4. Huffman down the right side to Flannery. Flannery inside the three-point arc. Flannery looking. Gave it on the right side to Blanton. Right back to Flannery. Flannery into the lane. Shot up and over the backboard and out of bounds. And now we got a whistle and what? A charge?
No, they caught it out of bounds, but they're going to see if the other official's going to change it. No, he's not.
So the ball goes to Lorain. 5:56 to go, first quarter. Titans and Eagles, regional semifinal in Division I. Javon Pierre-Lewis for Lorain High through the center circle, into the forecourt, right down the lane, dishes underneath the Weatherington, up, no, rebound, fought for, and out of there with it is Emmett Chambers for St. Ed's. Got it to Huffman. Huffman on the left side to Montori. Foster works top of the circle, right side Huffman, drives the baseline, bank shot good. Grant Huffman extends the Eagle lead to 7-4. Quickly Lorain to the other end. Grant to the foul line, fires in the left corner. Davis, three ball, nope. Rebound grab by St. Ed's, P.J. Flannery. Got it to Foster, down the floor to Chambers. Chambers laid it up and in. Boy, St. Ed just pushes that ball so quickly to the forecourt.
Lorain's going to have a couple safety men back the way they transition.
9-4, Eagles by 5 into the forecourt. Devon Grant for Lorain. Gave it out front to Weatherington, down the left side to Tavon Pierre-Lewis. He's cut off to Jordan Jackson. Jackson for the Titans. Out front to Devon Grant. Grant, rid of the lane, will shoot it, got it partially blocked. Loose ball corralled on the end line by Blanton. Blanton will head to the forecourt for the Eagles. Blanton top of the key. Blanton off on the right side to Huffman. Huffman on the right wing against Devon Grant. Got it out front to Flannery. Flannery swings it left side to Foster. Foster, cross-court pass right side to Huffman, back on the right side. Foster, his three, short off the rim, offensive rebound, put back up, and no by Chambers. A rebound grab by Lorain. Into the forecourt, Jackson. Jackson surrounded, put up a tough shot, missed it. Rebound grab by Emmett Chambers. Quickly off to Flannery. Flannery down the left side to Blanton. Blanton into the lane, right wing Huffman, three ball up, three ball perfect. And a timeout taken by Lorain. Huffman hits the three, Eagles by 8, 12-4. St. Ed's with an 8-point lead, 4:14 to go in the first. A 30-second timeout, so we'll take a 30-second break on our Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup.
Stop. Whether it's on the way to school, at school, or online, bullying has become a non-stop threat to our youth today. Is your child being bullied? The National Runaway Switchboard can help. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
St. Ed's on a 7-0 run. They lead it 12-4, 4:14 to go first quarter. Lorain has taken their first timeout. Tim Elkhorn, Troy DeFranco here at James A. Rhodes Arena at the University of Akron. Into the forecourt, Devon Grant for Lorain High. Grant on the left side. Grant comes around to Tavon Pierre-Lewis pick. Grant left of the lane, leans in, tough shot, nope. Rebound loose, out of there with it for St. Ed's, Flannery. Flannery got it off to Montori Foster. Foster at the three-point arc on the right side. Foster deals out front to Huffman. Huffman matched up against Jackson, right side to three, is up and in by P.J. Flannery. That's his second three ball of the night, and it's now a 15-4 St. Ed's advantage. Well, during the regular season, St. Ed's with 173 three balls.
That's Flannery's 55th on the season.
Pass at the other end, knocked out of bounds by St. Ed's. So they popped it out to an 11-point lead, 3:28 to go here in the first quarter. Jackson inbound, right in front of the St. Ed's bench. Got it out front to Grant. Grant to the foul line, shoots and hits. Devon Grant with his first two makes it 15-6. So the 10-0 run by St. Ed's is halted, although driving, missing the layup, though, is St. Ed's Grant Huffman. Rebound out of bounds, and it went off the Eagles. Weatherington had gotten a very quick rest for Lorain. Trying to see who they've checked in there. It's Sledge, Jaden Sledge, as we mentioned. He had 3 huge 3-balls in the third quarter Saturday night in the district championship game. 15-6, St. Ed's by 9. 3:05 to go here in the first quarter. Davis on the right wing. Outside the three-point arc. Lob out front to Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Tavon fires it left side. Ball deflected, but it came right back to Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Demetrius Terry now in the game for St. Ed's. Right wing Davis jumper. Good! Cam Davis got a couple of field goals for 4 points. They'll take any offense from Cam. Makes it 15-8. Demetrius Terry, 6-foot junior. Got it out front to Montori Foster. Deals top of the circle to Blanton. Blanton on the left side to Flannery. Down the left side to Foster. Foster left of the lane. In the lane. Scoop. No. Rebound Tavon Pierre-Lewis for Lorain High. Throws it down the floor to Weatherington. Weatherington on the left wing. Got it back out front to Grant. 3-ball. Around the rim and out. And the rebound out of bounds, and it went off Montori Foster.
I think early on, if you looked at Lorain's shot chart, they'd be thrilled with it where it's in the paint, but most of them have been off balance. St. Ed's size is a big factor in that, but they just have to slow down, get their feet under them, and those shots will fall. William
Henry checks in for St. Ed's, 6'6" senior. Well, they grow them big in St. Ed's country, don't they?
Sure do.
Left side of the forecourt, Devon Grant. Grant here on the left wing. Grant to the foul line, got it out front to Davis. He'll shoot it from the foul line, miss it, rebound out of bounds. It went off a couple of Eagles. 2 guys went for it. They said, well, you take it. Neither one did, and it went out of bounds. Lorain will take that break. They're down by 7, 15-8. 2:07 to go here in the first quarter. Davis left the lane. The runner hung on the rim and it fell in. How about a 6-point quarter for Cam Davis? He averages 1 point per game. And it's 15-10. Right wing 3-ball Blanton. Short. Rebound loose. Montori Foster has it for the Eagles. Cross court left wing. 3-ball Chambers right on the mark. Chambers hits a 3. That's 4 threes in the quarter for St. Ed's. Makes it an 18-10 ball game.
As Coach Flannery said, his bigs can shoot the 3.
Well, they sure can. Tavon Pierre-Lewis on the left wing. Pierre-Lewis at the 3-point arc, cut off, so he brings it all the way out front. Bounce on the right side to Davis. Davis in the lane. Nice speed underneath. Shot up and in by Devon Grant. Boy, Lorain wanted an and one. They don't get it, but it's 18-12. Into the forecourt, Montori Foster. Foster for St. Ed's, fires right side to Blanton. Blanton tried to dump it down low, ball deflected, out of there with it, Devon Grant for Lorain. Grant to the forecourt. Grant weaves his way into the lane, put it up, and in the foul. Whoa, are they going to take it away?
Boy, if they call that a charge, I don't know.
Well, they're going to call it a charge. Wow. A charge on...
No, they
didn't
bucket.
call him the bucket.
I was going to say, I thought he definitely slid to his left when he was in the air.
So Devon Grant with a chance for a 3-point play. Boy, Lorain started walking back this way. And I think everybody was wondering, is that going to be a foul on Devon? But no, they call it on St. Ed's and a chance for a 3-point play for Grant.
We're so close to the floor down here. My coaching in here, I was going to yell at the ref.
Grant hits the free throw. So 7 for Devon Grant, 6 for Davis, 18-15. Lorain back to within 3. Right side of the forecourt, it's Elliot Turbeso. Well, his St. Ed's team is deep. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Right side, Blanton. Blanton at the 3-point arc, fires on the left wing to Turbeso. Got it out front to Terry. He drives, missed the shot. Rebound Devon Grant for Lorain High. Here come the Titans down by 3. Grant to the forecourt. 32 seconds to go. Grant knocked off the ball. He put the shot up, got it partially blocked. Loose ball grabbed by Terry. Out of there with it come the Eagles. Boy, they're going to let them bang around out there. And if that's the case, that favors the Eagles because they are so deep. Left side. Foster comes into the lane, the runner, good. Nice touch by Montori Foster. 12 on the clock, and it's 20-15. Here comes Grant to the forecourt. 4 on the clock. Grant comes around a pick by Sledge. Long three. Off the glass, no good. And that ends the first quarter of play. 20-15, St. Ed's by 5 at the end of 1. It's our Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup on AM930 WEOL. On your phone. Troy, we're online.
At WEOL.com.
For the thousands of wounded warriors returning from battle, Wounded Warrior Project has developed the Warriors to Work program, a unique program that helps wounded warriors translate their military experience to the civilian workplace. The Warriors to Work program also works with employers to find the right job for the right warrior. Contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
For too many parents, a baby's first steps aren't just a milestone. They're a miracle. A miracle made possible by volunteers like you, who walk and raise money in March for Babies. Sign up today to take the steps that help make milestones and even miracles possible. Who will you march for?
20-15, St. Ed's by 5 as we start quarter number 2 here at the University of Akron. Tim Elkhorn, Troy DeFranco, on-site engineer Jared Kozar. Terry Howell racking up highlights back in the studios. Division I regional semifinal. Eagles with the basketball as we start the second quarter of play. Demetrius Terry on the left wing. Got it out front to Grant Huffman. Huffman right side to Blanton. Blanton to the foul line. Blanton back out front to Emmett Chambers. He fires it right side to Montori Foster. Foster at the three-point arc. Lob left side to Blanton. Blanton, top of the circle to Foster. He'll shoot it. He'll miss it. Rebound loose on the end line. Grant out of there with it for Lorain High. Grant to the forecourt. Stops. Shoots. Good! And Devon Grant, boy, that was a pretty jumper. He's got 9, and it's 20-17. Lorain back to within 3. Terry on the right side. Comes right to the lane. Hits the brakes. Jackson knocked it out of his hands. Ball went out of bounds.
I just once again want to say how fast St. Ed's pushes the ball down the floor. Make or miss, they are getting down the floor in a hurry.
20-17, Lorain hanging around. They're within 3, 7:12 to go. In the lane, Flannery had it knocked out of his hands. Tavon Pierre-Lewis with the steal for Lorain. Tavon heads to the forecourt. Right of the lane, leans in, bank shot, nobody got fouled. And Tavon Pierre-Lewis will shoot 2 free throws.
Nice defensive play there by Pierre-Lewis. Flannery had it in the paint, able to get the steal, take it coast to coast.
Well, if it's Lorain basketball, that means there's a Baltimore shout-out going out. Got to say hello to Jenna Rossitano, listening down in Baltimore tonight as Tavon Pierre-Lewis hits the first. She was actually at Elyria Catholic on Saturday night. Came in and surprised John and her mom, Val, and the family. So, but she's back in Baltimore tonight. Jenna, good to have you dialed in as Tavon Pierre-Lewis hit them both. And Lorain's within 1, 20-19. 1 minute off the second quarter clock. Of course, Jenna's sister Abby is jealous that Jenna gets all the shout-outs. Abby in attendance tonight. Left wing Terry, 3-ball up, 3-ball missed. Rebound, Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Lorain with a chance to take the lead. Pierre-Lewis bounced down low. Weatherington up and in, and the Titans lead. David Weatherington with his first 2, 21-20. Lorain on top. Huffman to the foul line. Left wing to Foster. Foster backs up to the base of the center circle. Boy, there's Abby Rossitano rooting on her dad's team right behind the Lorain bench. They get it down low, and fouled was Emmett Chambers as he went up. And they'll put Chambers at the free throw line. That personal on Lorain. Called on Cam Davis. That's his second. Boy, with Lorain being so thin tonight, they have to be wary of foul trouble.
They do, and you know, St. Ed's is going to run a lot of people at them, going to try to wear them down. That and the foul trouble definitely are keys.
Chambers hits the first, ties the game at 21.
So far, St. Ed's has done about 2 or 3 different presses, and that has not hurt Lorain. They've got into the front court. Just a matter of getting their feet under them like they have in this last few minutes.
Chambers split the pair, 21-21 tie. Lorain with the basketball. 6:10 to go here in the first half. Titans trying to pull the mighty upset here in Akron. Pierre Lewis, right of the lane. Davon into the lane. Splits a double team. Big shot, no. Rebound grab by Huffman for St. Ed's. Huffman into the forecourt. Huffman got it out front to Richard White. Another guy off that St. Ed's bench. They've gone 9 deep. Terry out front tried to give it off to Flannery, and the ball simply went out of bounds. Flannery saying there's no foul there.
I don't think there's going to be any reach-in fouls. I mean, there's been a couple times. That was one. Another time when Grant was all the way up the floor, he was getting fouled.
Eric Flannery over on that bench. Look how they massacred my boy. The officials aren't buying it. 21-21 tie. Had to get that one in for Jared. He knew I was going to get it once tonight. Devon Grant on the right wing, fires it down low to Weatherington. Ball picked off by Huffman. Huffman into the forecourt. Huffman, right of the lane, got away with a walk, drives and scores. I thought that was a travel right there. 23-21. St. Ed's by a bucket. Devon Grant, left of the lane. Grant into the lane, hesitates, put it up, no rebound. Jackson in traffic, and he got tied up. And the possession arrow belongs to Lorain.
Boy, they are letting them play.
Well, they usually do come tournament time, but boy, these guys are just blasting each other out there. Terry takes a seat for St. Ed's. Tate Blanton back in, 6'6" sophomore, has not scored. 23-21.
Key stat that we want to keep an eye on, rebounds 12-12.
Scoreboard has Lorain up by 2, but it is St. Ed's up 23-21. Correct?
Yes.
All right. Left of the lane, Jackson drives, missed the shot. Rebound grab by Blanton. Blanton into the forecourt. Blanton had it knocked out of his hands, and it's stolen by Jackson for Lorain High. Long pass down the floor. Davon Pierre Lewis up, no, got it back, up and in. On my book, that ties the game, and there we go, 23-23. Into the forecourt comes St. Ed's. We are deadlocked with 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Right side of the forecourt, Chambers down the right side to Huffman. Huffman outside the three-point arc, got it in the corner to Richard White. White top side to Flannery. Around on the left wing to Blanton. Blanton right in front of the Lorain bench. Gave it on the wing to Huffman. Top side to Chambers. Chambers deals right wing to Blanton. Blanton at the three-point arc. Back to Chambers. One of the lane. Bang shot good. Emmett Chambers. He's got 8. St. Ed's has a 2-point lead. 25-23. We're halfway through quarter number 2. Lorain High hanging with this St. Ed's team. Left side of the forecourt, Devon Grant. And now John Rossitano pulls it out, trying to buy some time here.
Give those kids a rest a little bit.
Give them a rest without taking a timeout. Pierre Lewis bounces it into Weatherington in the lane, and the tall timber got his shot blocked. You got to be careful when you're amongst the tall guys for St. Ed's. Into the forecourt. The Eagles, Huffman left wing, 3-ball way off the mark. Rebound Sledge for Lorain. Got it ahead to Weatherington. Weatherington left of the lane, drives, put it up, no. Tipped up by Tavon Pierre Lewis, no good. Loose ball out front, Sledge battles for it. And boy, they let him just roll around on the ground out there. Wow, this is to the point of absurd. Huffman on the left wing to Chambers. Chambers had it knocked out of his hands from behind. Chambers got it back, bounced down low to Flannery, who laid it up and in. 27-23. John Rossitano wants a timeout. 4-point lead for St. Ed's. We'll take a break on our Cleveland Clinic tournament cage matchup on WEOL and Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yes, for a nicer day, huh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gonna get some big ones. Anybody want to wear a life jacket?
I'm good.
No life jacket? That's a deal breaker.
Daddy, you promised.
Daniel Stevens.
Yeah, give me one of those life jackets.
This message brought to you by the National Safe Boating Council and the women who nag you. Love you.
27-23. John Rossitano takes his second 30-second timeout. I think he felt that momentum getting away from him right there.
Yeah, St. Ed's can go in a hurry. St. Ed's came out of that timeout in a 1-3-1.
Lorain basketball, 2:45 to go first half. They've hung around. They're within 4, trailed by as many as 11 in the first quarter of play. Grant out near the half-court line. Eric Flannery tells Tay Blanton go out and meet him there. Blanton picks up Devon Grant. Lorain ball as they try to take some time off the clock. Jackson in between the circles, and Jackson got held by Montori Foster. And that'll be the second on Foster.
I think that's the first of the 10 fouls on the ball handler that's been called tonight.
Man. Keith Moyer, Jacob Sell, and Adam Loudon. Boy, you'd think they were in a cage match here tonight. They're letting anything go. Wow. Jackson out near the half-court line. Jackson on the left-hand dribble. Jackson comes around a Davis pick. Now another pick. He'll fire up a shot and miss it. Rebound grab by Sledge, though. Right wing to Jackson. Jackson right in front of the Eagle bench. Lob out front to Cam Davis. 2 minutes to go here in the half. Davis in the center circle for Lorain. Cam Davis hands the ball off to Devon Grant. Here comes the double team. Grant left in the lane, in the lane. He scooped. Oh, it fell off. Rebound. Weatherington had it knocked out of his hands. Ball loose on the floor. Grant got tied up. Possession arrow belongs to the Eagles. I think Grant was trying to get a timeout. I'm thankful he didn't.
Yeah, you don't want to burn your third one right there. But Lorain offensively trying to spread them out a little bit. Defensively, after that 1-3-1, St. Ed's went to man and really trying to pick up the defensive pressure. Got to get a 5-second count. But Grant got in the paint and got a good look.
Here comes Cameron Thomas for Lorain. 6'3" freshman. Boy, how about John Rossitano going to the bench, putting a 9th grader out there. Cameron Thomas averages just over a point per game. 1:40 to go here in the first half. St. Ed's by 4, 27-23. Huffman on the left side. Bounce on the baseline to Flannery. Back to Huffman. Huffman right in front of the Lorain bench. Out front to Demetrius Terry. Terry with 1:25 on the clock. Terry on the left wing, still on the dribble. Terry, lob on the right side to Montori Foster. Dumps it down low to Blanton. Blanton rid of the lane, put it up, rolled it in. Tay Blanton, that's his first two, makes it 29-23. St. Ed's by 6. So after Lorain had grabbed a 21-20 lead, a 9-2 run by the Eagles, we're down to a minute to go here in the second quarter of play. Davon Pierre-Louis at the top of the circle, into the lane, put it up, no, rebound knocked out front, scramble for it, and a foul called in the backcourt. It'll be on Lorain High's Cameron Thomas. I can tell you that neither team will be in the bonus by the time this half ends. Cameron Thomas picks up his first. Jackson in, Thomas out. So Jordan Jackson had gotten a quick rest for Lorain. And that's how John's going to have to utilize his bench tonight. And again, Lorain pretty thin. Into the forecourt comes Huffman. Huffman with 42 on the clock. Huffman matched up against Devon Grant. They get it down low to Foster. He put it up, no good. Rebound bashed off the backboard and put back up and in by Blanton. And Blanton makes it 31-23. So the Eagles have stretched it back out to 8 with 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Grant on the right wing, weaves his way to the top of the circle and brings it all the way back out to the half-court line with 18 seconds to go in the half. And Lorain will play for the final shot right here. 12 seconds to go. Titans down by 8. Grant, top of the key, long three, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Sledge, put it back up, get in with 2 seconds to go. Jaden Sledge with the bucket as the buzzer sounds. 31-25, the Sledge hoop gets Lorain to within 6 at the half. St. Ed's with the lead as the two teams head to the locker room in our Cleveland Clinic tournament cage matchup on AM930 WEOL and Troy Online
at WEOL.com.
Hi, my name is William Miller. I'm 16 years old and in 11th grade at Lorain High School. I'm studying auto tech through Lorain High's Career Tech Education program. When I started taking auto tech class, I said, yeah, this is what I want to do for a living. The program is hands-on. It was really cool and amazing. We go through scenarios about what's wrong with cars, learn how to fix brakes, do oil changes, a whole bunch of other things. I look at it as if it was my car. What would I do to it? We get to really get into the cars. My teacher, Scott Krashenko, is a very fun teacher too. He's probably one of the coolest teachers I've ever had. He trusts us, we learn hands-on. He taught us that cars are changing very fast. In fact, it's changing like every 3 years. I learned these things because I'm in the Auto Technician Career Tech program. If you are a hands-on person and love cars, then I recommend this program for you. I know what I want to do, and it's all thanks to Lorain High's Auto Technician Career Tech program.
I will be coming up on retirement, and the VA benefits will play a very important part in my life.
You may have earned valuable veterans benefits from your military service.
I decided that it was time to go to college and pursue my career.
I was able to buy this house.
Learn more about your eligibility, even how to apply online using e-benefits.
The VA benefits made a real difference in my life.
I wouldn't be where I am today if it hadn't been for my VA benefits.
Don't wait. Apply for your VA benefits today.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important to anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
Welcome back to the Jar here at the University of Akron. 31-25, St. Ed's by 6 at the half. Troy DeFranco, what'd you see in the first 2 quarters, and what might happen here in the second half of play?
Well, I think the difference in the first half has been the three-point line. St. Ed's 4 for 9 from threes, and Lorain 0 for 7. So that's been a huge difference. Lorain's only turned the ball over 1 time. So they've taken care of the basketball. St. Ed's has run multiple defensive. That hasn't hurt them. What's hurt Lorain is the way they're finishing around the hoop. St. Ed's size is affecting them, and I just think they need to gather themselves, get a pump fake up in there, get those guys up in there, and then maybe they'll get a call. But these refs are not going to give a foul call. If you're just running in 1 foot, throwing it up with 1 hand, you're not going to get the call.
Then again, I think if you had told John Rossitano before the ball game, you're within 6 at the half, you still haven't hit a 3-ball, you're even on the boards, and you've only turned it over once, I think he would have taken that.
Absolutely. They're in a great place. I mean, they played a good half. Like I said, just finishing some of those around the rim, knock down a couple 3-balls, and we're going to have ourselves an interesting finish.
No doubt about it. 31-25. St. Ed's leading Lorain as the 2 teams finish up their warm-ups as we get ready to start the 3rd quarter of play. A couple of more shout-outs to pass along. Boy, this must be the night for Rossitano shout-outs as Matt Rossitano. Yeah, he says, can you send a shout-out to my mom, Loretta? Loretta listening at home. Well, Loretta, I can see your son Matt right over there behind John on the bench. So, hey, we'll send you a shout-out. And we have to send a shout-out to the wife of George Corey. George telling me before the ball game, yeah, his wife is listening at home. You know, I mentioned George Corey the other night in our Saturday night broadcast. He has a tooth missing up front. He's got his best Leon Spinks impersonation going. He gave me a big old smile today. I could see halfway down his throat. I couldn't understand it. I said, George, how does your wife look at you like that? He goes, she never looks at me. That's why she's not here tonight. She's back home listening on the radio. Although I don't see George with his usual 6 bags of popcorn in front of him. But hey, glad Mrs. Corey's listening at home tonight. All right, second half underway. Lorain with the basketball. They're now going left to right on your radio dial. Jackson got it out front to Tavon Pierre-Louis. 31-25. And on the right side, Davis had the ball knocked out of his hands, gave it off to Jackson. Jackson fires it out front to Grant. Grant to the free throw line, backs up, shoots. Off the back of the rim, no good. A rebound grab by St. Ed's Emmett Chambers. Here come the Eagles, right to left on your radio dial. And they're up by 6, 31-25.
Very important 2 minutes for the Titans to start this half.
And Huffman drives and scores. Made that one look easy. 33-25. So often those first few moments of the second half are critical. They will tell the tale. Into the forecourt, Jackson for Lorain High. Jordan Jackson, only a sophomore. Bounce out front to Cameron Davis. He's a junior. Left wing to Weatherington, the only senior starter on the club. Deals it out front to Tavon Pierre-Louis. Tavon with a crossover dribble. Got it down low to Weatherington. Laid it up and in. Beautiful feed. Weatherington makes it 33-27. Lorain back to within 6. 6:50 to go here in the third. Montori Foster, left wing to Blanton. They dump it down low to Chambers. Chambers in the lane, lost it, got it back, fed it underneath, and an easy layup for Grant Huffman. Huffman with 2 easy looks makes it 35-27. The Eagle lead is 8. Third quarter just underway. Into the forecourt, Tavon Pierre-Lewis into the lane, short shot, rolled it around the rim and in. Tavon Pierre-Lewis makes it 35-29. Titans matching St. Ed's basket for basket here in the third quarter. Right wing, 3-ball up, too strong by Huffman. Rebound grab by Tavon Pierre-Lewis. And then it got knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. Hey, don't forget tomorrow, congratulations to the EC girls. They are in the state semifinal, the Final Four for the Lady Panthers, as they take on Versailles. We'll have it at about 5:15 tomorrow. They're set to tip off at 6 o'clock. Into the forecourt, Tavon Pierre-Lewis into the lane. The runner around the rim and out. Rebound grab by Emmett Chambers for St. Ed's. Only Tavon shaking his head going, boy, that one was halfway down. Into the forecourt come the Eagles. They lead it by 6, 35-29. They lob it down low to Foster. Foster in the lane. Nice spin move. Got it knocked out of his hands. Put it back up and popped it in. Montori Foster stuck with it. And it's 37-29. Into the forecourt, Devon Grant, left corner, Weatherington, 3-ball, off the rim, no good. Rebound grab by St. Ed's, Emmett Chambers. Boy, that size down low, got it to Foster, into the lane, he scooped, he missed. Rebound up and in by Grant Huffman. And it's now a 10-point lead for the Eagles, 39-29. Into the forecourt, Devon Grant. Grant on the right sideline, splits a double team. Nice dish underneath to Weatherington, who laid it in. Boy, Weatherington on that back side has been able to get open.
Couple nice passes from Lewis and Grant to him.
39-31, Lorain within 8. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Down the lane goes Huffman, had the ball knocked out of his hands. Grant heads to the forecourt. Grant fouled as he went up. Chambers was chasing him, and Chambers commits the foul. And that'll put Devon Grant at the free throw line, shooting 2.
Devon Grant did a real nice job there going to the left side of the hoop, saw Chambers behind him, and was able to get Chambers on his back.
You can use the rim to protect yourself.
Yeah, especially when you got 6'8" coming behind you.
So here's Devon Grant, 6'1" junior, averages 20.5 per game, an 81% free throw shooter, good on the first. Grant makes it 39-32. Lorain has led twice, 2-0 and 21-20. Grant line right, spins that basketball, sends it up, got it. Devon Grant with 11, makes it 39-33. Titans hanging in. Terry drives, missed it, but the offensive rebound right there for Chambers, popped it home. 41-33, Eagles by 8. Grant for Lorain High on the left side. Grant into the lane, got knocked off the ball. No whistle, out of there with it, Terry. Terry at the half-court line. He couldn't save it in as he stepped on the sideline. Ball belongs to Lorain. John Rossitano with a bit of a grin for the official out there saying, well, I'm glad you saw one of those. And then he smiles.
He was going yell for the foul, but then got
Sometimes
the ball
you
back.
kill those guys with kindness, don't you, Troy?
Try.
Davis on the right wing. Lorain ball, they're down by 8. Pierre-Lewis out near the half-court line, and it's taken away from him by Grant Huffman. And Huffman on the ground got a timeout. We'll take a break, 4:17 to go. Eagles by 8 on our Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup. .417 to go, third quarter. Just heard that message for the Lorain Sports Hall of Fame. I'll be emceeing that banquet on May 19th. Looking forward to that at German's Villa this year. So Cliff German and his staff will do a great job at hosting the Hall of Fame banquet this year. Looking forward to going out there on the 19th. Off that timeout, Huffman down low, had the ball knocked out of his hands. Chambers. And Chambers lost it. It goes to Lorain High.
Nice job of defense by Pierre Lewis out of that set, trying to get Chambers with a look.
Davis into the forecourt, bounced down low. Weatherington left of the lane, got his shot blocked, but it's grabbed by Davis out front to Devon Grant. Grant backs up with the basketball. 3:50 to go. 3-ball up. Good from Devon Grant. Oh my, he hit that one from Canton. 41-36.
First one of the game.
Lorain within 5 at the other end. 3-ball up, around the rim and out for Foster. And out of there with it, Tavon Pierre Lewis. Lewis into the lane. He drives, he scooped, and it fell off on him. Rebound grab by St. Ed's Flannery. Flannery heads to the forecourt. Flannery fires left side to Terry. Terry on the baseline. He scooped. No. Rebound. Tavon Pierre Lewis. Lewis leads the break. Lewis run to the lane. Down the lane. He scooped. He scored. Tavon Pierre Lewis. And it's 41-38. Lorain within 3. No quit in the Titans. They are going toe-to-toe with the Eagles. Into the lane, Foster drives, he missed the shot. Rebound, Tavon Pierre Lewis, long pass to Sledge. Sledge in traffic, put it up, no good. Rebound grab by Huffman. Huffman for the Eagles, heads to the forecourt, fires it down low, right of the lane, shot up and in by Chambers. Chambers makes it 43-38. That was a big sequence. Lorain could have gotten to within 1. 2:40 to go here in the third. Great big thank you to Joe Bach, WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. Tapped into our audio feed again tonight. Boy, Joe getting great response when he puts these games up on WLCS TV 20 on the TV 20 YouTube channel. Grant got it down low to Weatherington. Back to Grant, laid it in. Devon Grant was 16, 43-40. 2:10 to go here in the third, and Lorain hanging in. Titans within 3. Montori Foster. On the left side to Demetrius Terry. Terry outside the three-point arc. Tries to come around a Flannery pick. Now gave it to PJ. In the left corner, Foster 3-ball. Nope. Rebound. Put back up and in off the glass by Huffman, and a timeout taken by the Eagles. 45-40 St. Ed's by 5. 1:53 to go in the third. A 30-second timeout on our Cleveland Clinic tournament cage matchup.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Timeout taken there by the Eagles. What's Eric Flannery thinking?
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to switch up his defenses again, or I'm real sure what he's going to do. But I know with John, he's just got to tell his kids to keep fighting. They went up and down, and they just got to convert on those transition baskets. If you don't convert, St. Ed's is converting quickly the other way.
And here's some full court pressure from the Eagles. Tavon Pierre Lewis lets everybody run to the forecourt. He's going to bring it up himself against Michael Dowell, another guy off that Eagle bench. They come in waves. Richard White checked in as well. Left of the lane, shot up, rolled around the rim and out for Devon Grant. Rebound grab by St. Ed's. They lead it by 5. Into the lane, Terry drives, scooped, and it bounced around the rim and in. Demetrius Terry with his first 2 makes it 47-40. Eagles by 7. Division I regional semi here in Akron. Grant 3, good! Devon Grant buried another one. And it's 47-43. Lorain within 4. Right wing, Dowell with a 3. Missed it. Rebound knocked out front. Davis has it for Lorain. Throws it down the floor to Weatherington. Weatherington, left corner, Sledge. 3. Good! Sledge hit a 3-ball. It's a Saturday night repeat. Sledge with a big 3 in the third. It's a 1-point game. 47-46. A steal by Lorain. Tavon Pierre Lewis, top of the key. Right corner. 3 up. Good! Sledge hit a 3. History repeating itself. The Titans lead it. 49-47.
3 straight 3-balls.
Flannery, 3-ball, no good. Rebound on the left sideline. Dowell has it. Dowell left of the lane, gave it off to Terry. Terry spins, no. Rebound put up, no. Rebound, Tavon Pierre-Louis. 16 seconds to go. Pierre-Louis, right of the lane, fouled as he went up. It's raining threes here in Akron. The Titans are draining long balls, and they're up by 2 with 12.6 to go in the third, and Tavon Pierre-Louis shooting 2 free throws.
I tell you, Dowell's lucky he didn't get teed up there. He smacked the ball down on the floor. It went up about 15 feet in the air.
Tavon Pierre-Louis, line right. First one up, no good. Tavon, a 63% free throw shooter.
I tell you, I would have liked to see Tavon kick that to Sledge. They had a 2-on-1, and Sledge is standing wide open in the corner after he just hit 2. You got to know who's hot and get him the ball.
Tavon Pierre-Louis, line right. Second one, no good. Missed them both. Rebound, St. Ed's. They're down by 2. 8 seconds to go in the third. Here comes Foster. Foster out front, spins out of a double team. He tries, he scooped, and he scored at the buzzer. Foster ties the game. 49-49. We go to the fourth and a tie ball game in our Cleveland Clinic tournament cage matchup on WEOL and Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at Marines.com.
We've got a tie game as we go to the fourth. Tim Elkhorn, Troy DeFranco here at the Jar at the University of Akron. What a Division I Sweet 16 matchup unfolding between Lorain and St. Ed's. Terry out front, 3-ball, nothing but net. Terry gives St. Ed's a 52-49 lead. Lorain heads to the other end. Davis, right of the lane. Lob on the left side to Devon Grant. Grant right in front of the Lorain bench. Grant left the lane, the runner no good. Rebound grab by Blanton for St. Ed's. Blanton will head to the forecourt. Blanton top of the circle, works to the left sideline. Blanton down in the corner to Terry. Terry on the left wing, bounces it down low to Blanton. Blanton left of the lane, turnaround shot, hung on the rim, fell off. Blanton had it knocked out of his hands, out of there with it. Devon Grant for Lorain here at the half-court line. Sledge and Terry collide right here in front of us. Grant, long 3, around the rim and out. Rebound grab by St. Ed's, Emmett Chambers. That was a heat check shot right there. Into the forecourt comes Foster. Boy, they are letting these guys play. Foster, right side to Huffman. Huffman drops it down low to the 6'8 Chambers. Chambers got it in the right corner to Foster. Foster hemmed in on the baseline. Now he heads into the lane, put it on the rim and in. Foster gives St. Ed's a 5-point lead at 54-49. They've scored the first 5 here in the fourth quarter. 6.5 minutes to go here in Akron. Lorain trying to pull the upset. And they have gone toe-to-toe with this vaunted Lakewood St. Edwards basketball team. Devon Grant in between the circles. Lob on the right side to Jordan Jackson. And now Lorain decides to spread it out a little bit, try to shorten up the ball game. Sledge, 3, around the rim and out. Rebound grab by St. Ed's Huffman. Huffman into the forecourt. Right wing to Foster. Foster in front of the St. Ed's bench. And now he'll bring it out. Foster matched up against Davis. Down the right side to Huffman. Huffman feeds it in to Blanton. Blanton put the shot on the rim, no good. Rebound knocked around, still loose. Grab left of the lane by Foster. Got it in the corner to a driving Chambers who missed the shot. Rebound Tavon Pierre-Louis. Launches it down the floor to Jackson. Right of the lane. Up! no! Rebound grab by St. Ed's Chambers. Boy, it fell off for the sophomore.
He made a heck of a catch on that thing, one-handed.
Dave McFarland's going to get him on the football field after that reception. Wow.
I think they call those Odells.
Terry left the lane, drives, scoops, and scores, and John Rossitano wants a timeout. It's a 7-point lead for St. Ed's, 56-49, a full timeout on our Cleveland Clinic tournament cage matchup on WEOL, Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
In an instant, life can change. Hi, I'm veteran J.R. Martinez. If you've been hurt or disabled due to your service, the last thing you need to do is hurry up and wait for a VA claims decision. Make sure you file an electronic, fully developed claim or e-claim for disability compensation on e-benefits. It's the fastest and easiest way to get a claims decision. Learn more at ebenefits.va.gov. E-claims and e-benefits, online VA claims made simple.
Welcome back to Akron. John Rossitano has taken his third timeout. He has 2 remaining. Tim Elkhorn, Troy DeFranco. Again, great big thank you, Joe Bach, WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television, tapping into our audio feed tonight. You folks in Lorain, you'll be able to watch it pretty soon. And don't forget the YouTube channel for WLCS TV 20. Off the timeout. Boy, Lorain needs a hoop right here. They've been outscored 7-0 here in the fourth.
Very big possession in this ball game.
Devon Grant fires cross court to Weatherington. Top of the circle to Jackson. Jackson into the lane. Put it up hard off the glass. No good. Rebound grab by Montori Foster. Foster feeds right side Flannery. Flannery down in the corner to Terry. Got it in the lane to Huffman. Huffman had it knocked out of his hands. Out of there with it, Devon Grant for Lorain. Grant for the Titans. Left side Weatherington. 3-ball up and in from the corner. David Weatherington hits a big 3. Makes it 56-52.
Need a stop here from the Titans.
Weatherington, 9 points tonight. That's his 11th 3-ball of the season. 4:25 to go. There's a steal by Lorain. Yes. Grant got it ahead to Pierre Lewis. Pow! With 2 hands. Tavon Pierre Lewis gets Lorain within 2. Into the forecourt, Foster, and he's fouled as he went to the bucket. 4:08 to go. We're halfway through the fourth quarter, and Lorain's within a bucket. The foul was on Jordan Jackson, his first. It'll be Montori Foster at the free throw line. Shooting 2. Line left, free throw up and in. Montori, a 74% free throw shooter. He's got 11 points tonight. That gives St. Ed's a 3-point lead. 6'1" sophomore. 3 sophomore starters on this St. Ed's team.
Unbelievable.
Just an abundance of wealth.
They finished the AP ranked number 8.
Foster hit them both. He's got a dozen. 58-54. But how about the Titan effort tonight? Wow. Into the forecourt, Devon Grant. Around a Tavon Pierre Lewis pick. Grant got it in the corner to Sledge, out front to Tavon. Tavon thought about the 3, shoves it left side to Davis, gave it on the wing to Weatherington, right back to Davis. In between the circles to Sledge, right side Grant, 3, around the rim and out. Rebound grab by Emmett Chambers. Boy, it looked good when it left his hands.
Right on line, just a little short.
3:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Montori Foster, left side to Blanton, back in the middle to Foster. Foster out front against Weatherington. 3.5 minutes left. St. Ed's with a 4-point lead. Lorain has taken the Eagles to the brink. They lob it down low, left of the lane, and it got partially blocked on Chambers. Out of there with it, Tavon Pierre Lewis, 3-on-2. Pierre Lewis into the lane, up, no, what a foul. They called the block, and Tavon will shoot 2. That foul is called on P.J. Flannery. So
that was close. That was close.
It'll put Tavon Pierre Lewis at the line. P.J. saying, I was standing there like a big oak tree. Tavon was rumbling like a big train. Tavon Pierre Lewis hits that first free throw. 58-55.
Maybe that number 8 AP ranking is unlucky. Lorain was number 8 last year when they were knocked out.
Wow.
Against Elyria.
That's a good tidbit there, Coach. Pierre Lewis in and out on the second. I did not know that. Here comes St. Ed's. Just over 3 minutes to go, and the Eagles lead it by 3. Montori Foster on the left sideline against Cam Davis. Well, what a job Cam Davis has done for this Titan team. Out front, Blanton gave it off to Grant Huffman. Huffman works himself around a Flannery pick with 2:50 to go. Huffman on the left side. Huffman against Devon Grant. Now he's picked up by Tavon Pierre-Louis. They reach in, and a foul. Boy, it looked like they had all ball. But Devon Grant gets called for the foul. For Lorain, that'll be their 4th team foul.
They have not called many reach-in fouls tonight, that's for sure.
I've got Devon with 1. They're not putting the individuals. Well, maybe they are. Put it this way. The way these guys have called the game, nobody's in foul trouble. I can tell you that. Blanton on the right sideline. 2.5 to go. Got it out front to Huffman. Huffman feeds it to Flannery. Flannery on the left side to Montori Foster. Eagles by 3. Foster right side, 3-ball Chambers, missed it, rebound Tavon Pierre-Louis. Here come the Titans in the backcourt, and a steal by Flannery. Left side, driving but missing the shot was Huffman. Pierre-Louis tries to go through a double team, lost the ball, got it back. Lewis to the forecourt, Lewis fakes the pass into the lane, high off the glass, no, and another blocking foul. Puts Tavon Pierre-Louis at the line with 2:02 to go.
Coach Flannery can't believe one of those 2 was not a charge.
So it'll be Tavon Pierre-Louis at the free throw line. He split a pair.
They got that foul on Emmett Chambers.
So the foul on Chambers. I've got him for 2. Couple of big free throws here for Tavon. He swishes the first. 14 points for Tavon Pierre-Louis. Lorain is within 2 with 2:02 on the clock. What an effort tonight by this Titan basketball team. Masterful coaching job by John Rossitano, and his kids bought in. Pierre-Louis hit them both. It's a 1-point game with 2 minutes to go. Into the forecourt, Montori Foster. Foster at the base of the center circle. Bounce out front to Blanton. Blanton hands it back to Foster. Foster at the top of the key. Left wing 3 by Huffman. Missed it. Rebound, Tavon Pierre-Louis. Lorain with a chance to take the lead. 1:40 to go. Tavon Pierre-Louis, and he got stripped of the ball. Huffman took it away. Into the forecourt, Terry. Terry on the right wing. 1.5 to go. Eagle basketball. They lead it by 1. Terry right here in front of us at the half-court line. Gave it off to Huffman. Huffman matched up against Devon Grant. Huffman left to the circle. Huffman now double team. Got hit in the face. They don't call it. They get it out front to Terry. I'm telling you what, they're playing under the 3 knockdown rule. Terry on the left wing. Got it out front to Huffman. 1:05 on the clock. Huffman being chased. Huffman into the lane. Left side to Blanton. Blanton with under a minute to go. The Eagles hanging on to the ball. They lead it by 1. Blanton double teamed at the half-court line. Got it left side to Foster. Foster bumped, and the foul is called on Grant. Devon Grant for Lorain. And a timeout taken by Lorain? Yes. Timeout Titans. 50.8 to go. It's the Eagles ball and a 1-point lead in our Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup on WEOL.
Opportunities present themselves every day. Opportunities that move us forward. Opportunities to serve part-time in your community while continuing their full-time careers or education to help keep our nation safe at home and around the globe. Explore your opportunities in the Air Force Reserve.
50.8 seconds to go. Lorain has 1 timeout left. The issue for Lorain is they only have 3 team fouls. They can't put St. Ed's at the line for a while.
Oh, so he can be real aggressive. I mean, maybe get a cheap steal on a foul.
Terry looking. Got it into Huffman. Huffman, top side to Foster. Foster, a drive and a score and a foul. Oh my, Flannery with a chance for a 3-point play. St. Ed's up by 3. Now Flannery is not a proficient free throw shooter, 58%. Troy, you and I were talking about this before the game. Normally a coach's son, for whatever reason, all the years we've watched it, they're up in the 70s. PJ at 58. Boy, this is a huge free throw here. 3-point lead. No good. Rebound, Tavon Pierre-Louis. Lorain down by 3. Do they try to wind it all the way down? 38 seconds to go. Now St. Ed's has some fouls to give. Grant on the right wing. St. Ed's is at 14 fouls. Grant, 3. We're tied! We're tied! Grant at the 3. We're tied up. 60-60. 20 seconds to go.
Are you kidding me?
In a 60-60 tie. St. Ed's will not take the timeout. Foster fouled in the circle. And Lorain still has 1 more to give. 5th team foul. What a shot by Grant. 60-60, 12 seconds to go. Lorain has 1 more foul to give if they want to use it. Terry to inbound. Terry looking. Got it in to Blanton. Blanton out front to Terry. Boy, he barely got touched, but they'll call the foul on Jackson. And we're down to 8.5.
That's the 6th team foul on the Rain, so they can't foul again here.
8.5, timeout, St. Ed's. Full timeout. We'll take a break. The final 8.5 after this on the Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup on WEOL.
Hey Luda, got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really worried. One of my friends is living on the street.
I know someone who can help.
Who?
1-800-RUNAWAY.org. They help kids having a rough time at home, in school, or on the street. You can do a live chat on their site. They will help get her to safety.
Thanks, Ludacris.
Trust the National Runaway Switchboard. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
.5 on the 4th quarter clock. St. Ed's will inbound over on the opposite side. Grant Huffman will pull the trigger for the Eagles. We are tied at 60. Huffman in the backcourt to Montori Foster. Foster with 6 on the clock. Foster left of the lane, got it in the corner. 3-ball Blanton off the rim. No, we're going to overtime. We're going to overtime in Akron. 60-60. Look at John Rossitano, the grin on his face as he brings the guys back to the bench. We're coming back for the extra session in Akron after this on our Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup on WEOL and Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's 1 person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Oh, what a game here in Akron. 60-60 as we head to the overtime. Tim Elkhorn, Troy DeFranco. Again, a great big thank you to Joe Bach, WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. I got a feeling some folks are going to be watching this one when it gets on the TV back in Lorain and on that YouTube channel. Devon Grant with a 3-ball. And Lorain still alive as we start the overtime. St. Ed's controls the tip to start the extra session. Out front, Blanton. Blanton, run of the lane, into the lane, tough shot, big bounce, no good. Rebound grab by Lorain High. Jackson has it. We are in overtime at the Jar. The Lorain Titans are trying to play the Titan killer tonight and knock off St. Ed's. Grant, top of the key, left side to Weatherington, throws it back out front to Davis, gave it back to Devon Grant. Lorain killing a little clock right here. What an effort by this Titan team. Grant into the lane, the runner, good! It spun around the rim and fell in. Devon Grant with 24, and the Titans lead it in the extra session, 62-60. St. Ed's to the other end, under 3 minutes to go in overtime. Out front, Demetrius Terry. Terry outside to three-point arc. Terry bounced left to the lane to Foster. He'll turn, he'll shoot, he'll miss. Rebound grab by Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Lewis against Flannery. Flannery getting him all the way up the floor. Lewis gets by Flannery, shovels it underneath the Weatherington, fires left side to Jackson. Jackson double team, throws it out front to Grant. 2.5 minutes to go. Lorain ball, and they're up by 2. The Titans trying to pull the shocker in Akron. Trying to play on Saturday afternoon in Toledo. Grant, run of the lane, whipped it left side, and a blocking foul is called. And for St. Ed's, that's team foul number 5. Grant was definitely passing the basketball, so Lorain will inbound with 2:15 on the clock.
How about the defensive effort from the Titans tonight to hold a team that averages 82 points to 60 through 4 quarters?
How about the game plan of John Rossitano?
Fantastic.
Wow. Lorain to inbound. They lead it by 2. We're in overtime in Akron. Jackson lob out front to Devon Grant. Grant in the center circle against Flannery. Grant works to the left side, now backs up on the dribble. Grant through a double team, into the lane, he scooped, he scored! Devon Grant gives Lorain their biggest lead of the night. 64-60, under 2 minutes to go. Run of the lane, shot put up, no good! Rebound grab by Tavon Pierre-Lewis. And now the Titan players exhorting the fans behind us. Grant in the forecourt. Grant fouled. They'll call it on Foster. That'll be 6 team fouls.
Lorain right here wanting to get the ball in Grant's hands. 81% free throw shooter.
Lorain has outscored St. Ed's 4-0 here in the overtime. Long pass in the backcourt to Devon Grant. Here comes the double team. Steps through it, lost the ball. Out of there with it, Foster. Ahead, shot up, no good. Rebound put back up, no good. Rebound grabbed by Lorain. Out of there with it, Cam Davis. Davis to the forecourt. Davis, bounce to Weatherington. Shot blocked. Into the forecourt. Huffman on the left wing, fouled by, no, they called him for a travel. Or did they call a foul?
They got a foul.
Boy, it looked like the official had called the travel. The foul is on Davis. That's his 3rd. Here's Huffman shooting 1-1 with 1:18 to go in the overtime.
I tell you, St. Ed's has short-armed some shots here. They're feeling a little pressure from this Titan squad.
Huffman, his first trip to the line tonight. Line left, sends it up, in and out. Rebound, saved in, ball loose. Did Jackson touch it? No! Ball belongs to Lorain High.
That was definitely the right call. I thought he was going to go the other way because the Titan going after it.
Jackson looking, gets it into Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Lewis in the back court, foul. They called the foul on Huffman. He almost had the tie-up. It'll be Tavon Pierre-Lewis shooting 1-1 with 1:09 to go.
Defensively here for the Titans, regardless of what happens with these shots, they got to get back. Okay, Rossitano's sending all of them back right now. You cannot give up quick transition baskets, and you got to defend that three-point line.
Pierre Lewis, line right with 1:09 left. Lorain up by 4. He dips, he shoots, no good. Rebound grab by the Eagles. Into the forecourt comes Foster. He drives, he scores. Montori Foster hit the bucket, and St. Ed's takes time. 2-point lead for Lorain, 64-62. Titans on top, just over a minute to go in overtime on the Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup on WEOL Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home, the brave.
I think they'll be talking about this game at the Lorain Sports Hall of Fame banquet. What a game. 1:02 to go. Lorain to inbound against full court pressure. 64-62. Titans on top. And the pass stolen by St. Ed's. And then stolen back by Lorain. What a play by Weatherington. Grant in the backcourt. Foul. Oh, what a play by Weatherington to get back and steal it back for the Titans.
That could be the play of the game. And then they get it in Grant's hands. Flannery is not happy because they did not want to foul him.
It'll be Devon Grant shooting 1 and 1. Devon, an 81% free throw shooter. At the line, 54.5. Lorain pulls everybody out. Grant up and in. First team all-district player. 27 tonight for the Titans, and he's only a junior. Deep knee bend, up and in. Lorain up, 66-62. 50 seconds to go. Lorain's that close to an Elite Eight. The drive and the score by Foster, and a timeout taken by the Eagles. They're back to within 2. 66-64, 44 seconds to go in the OT on our Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup on WEOL and Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
Hi, my name is George Click. I'm 16 years old and in 10th grade at Lorain High School. I'm studying video production through Lorain High's Career Tech Education program. My first class was video production itself, and my second class was web design. I have a big imagination. Video production is a great release for it. The program is fun, interactive, and hands-on. You learn about the cameras and their functions in a comfortable environment. You spend a lot of time editing video using Adobe Photoshop and Premiere. My video production instructor, Mr. Trout, helped me a lot. He helps you with anything you need help with. He's good at explaining how things work. Taking this video production class is what really made me want to go into this field. This program at Lorain High helped give me confidence. I now know that this is what I want to do, and it's all thanks to Lorain High's Video Production Career Tech program.
44.5 on the clock. In the overtime, Devon Grant with 6 for Lorain. Montori Foster with 4 for St. Ed's. Lorain with the basketball. They get it into Grant. Grant fires cross court to Tavon Pierre-Lewis, throws it back to Grant. Grant in the backcourt. Grant being pressured. Grant gets to the forecourt, and he's fouled out front with 33.7 on the clock.
He is a special player. He is trapped in the backcourt, and his ball handling skills are unbelievable.
So Grant, they took 11 seconds off the clock. Grant, 33.7 to go. Shooting 1 and 1. That was the 9th team foul on St. Ed's. Grant, who has 28 tonight, back at the free throw line. Line right, up and in. Grant with 29. Lorain up by 3. What a game for Devon Grant. He dips, he shoots, he hit them both. 30 for Grant. 68-64. 30 seconds to go. Left side of the forecourt. They get it to Terry. 3-ball. Big bounce. No good. They're going to call a foul on St. Ed's. Foster pushed off. Looking for the offensive rebound.
Devon Grant with a great box out going back to the line.
Lorain is 26 seconds away. Grant shooting 2. It's double bonus time. John Rossitano huddling the troops before him as Grant will shoot 2. Line right. First one up, first one in.
A lot of times in these situations, he's probably telling them to switch all the screens so they don't get an open 3.
69, 70 to 64. Grant with 32. Timeout, Lorain. 26 seconds away from a regional championship berth. We're coming back to Akron after this on our Cleveland Clinic tournament cage matchup on WEOL. Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
How you liking this one, Joe Bach? Wow. 70 to 64. Lorain takes the timeout. They're up by 6, 26 seconds to go in the overtime. Troy, put us in the huddle.
Well, I mean, defensively, like we talked about, a lot of times you want to switch screens on the three-point shooters. The way St. Ed's can knock down threes, right now it's a 2-possession game. You do not want to give up a 3. And then you got to box out. Only give them 1 shot. Really important.
From the St. Ed's perspective?
I think right now they got to try to get a quick 3.
26 on the clock. Lorain leading by 6. Here we go, up the right side. Foster on the right wing, fires in the left corner. PJ shoots a 3, missed it. Rebound Lorain, and a foul on the rebound. Who's it's on? They get Wetherington? They did. 16.9 to go. It puts Foster at the free throw line.
That's too bad because Lorain did a great job defending that set. They ran a set to get Flannery a 3 in the corner.
Foster shooting 1 and 1. First one up, no good. Rebound though, grabbed by St. Ed's. A 3-ball and they call a foul. Huffman was able to grab the rebound and he got fouled on a 3-ball attempt. So Huffman will shoot 3, a sophomore, 73% from the line. 14.4 to go. Huffman shooting 3, good on the first.
You got Jordan Jackson on that foul. That's another thing at the end of the game when they need 3s. You don't want to leave your feet.
Second one, no good for Huffman. So the lead is 5 for Lorain, 70 to 65. Huffman line left. One more coming for the 10th grader. Sends it up, good. 70 to 66. Inbounds Devon Grant. Grant fouled with 13 seconds to go. Can Devon Grant keep knocking in free throws?
It's tough at the end of the game when teams are pressing and trying to take away your best free throw shooter to inbound it to him every time, and Lorain's done a great job of that tonight.
70 to 66. Grant at the line with 13 ticks on the clock. He dips, he shoots, he hits the first. He just keeps making them.
Got ice in the veins.
The lead's back to 5. Grant, line right, second one, got it. 34 for Grant. Timeout, Lorain. 13 seconds to go. They're up 6 in overtime in our Cleveland Clinic tournament cage matchup on WEOL and Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state, a major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily. Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State. Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
Boy, Lorain, if they are to hold on and win this game, it truly will send shockwaves throughout the state of Ohio. Nobody gave the Titans a shot except themselves.
Absolutely. You read quotes in the paper that the kids were saying, call us the underdog.
Here comes St. Ed's down by 6. Foster to the forecourt. Foster out front. He'll shoot to 3. No good. Rebound grab. Left side Blanton. His 3. No good. Lorain's going to go for a final 8. 3-ball from the corner. They'll count it. But Lorain wins it. Lorain wins it. 72-69. It is Titan pandemonium here in Akron. Who would have believed it except for the guys in blue? Lorain will play in the regional final Saturday afternoon in Toledo. An unbelievable win in the history of Lorain basketball.
Gutsy, clutch. They did it all tonight. I'm speechless. I mean, to come in here unranked against that number 8 AP. I told you that number 8 was going to come back to haunt them. But Lorain just made play after play after play and never, ever quit.
An unbelievable effort by this gritty group of Titans. They win it in overtime, 72-69. 21-5 Lorain heading to Toledo Saturday afternoon to play either Toledo Whitmer or Toledo St. John's. They have slayed the Dragons. St. Ed's sees their season end at 22-4. 72-69, our final in overtime here in Akron. We'll be back. We'll wrap up this incredible high school basketball game after this on our Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup on WEOL, on your phone with the WEOL mobile app and Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Welcome back to Akron. One of the most memorable Lorain sports moments we have ever seen, as John Rossitano's Lorain High Titans with an overtime 72-69 win over St. Ed's. The big redhead comes over to join us for a few moments here. I know you've got a lot of people to celebrate with. John, how do you even describe the emotions, what you're feeling right now? I can see the tears in your eyes. Unbelievable.
It's I'm just so proud of the guys. It was we played with basically 6 guys, and I thought we just outworked them, Tim. I thought we just got after them. There was a belief within them 12 guys in the locker room, and we talked before, when you got guys that believe, it doesn't matter who you're playing, you got a chance. And they believed, they gave us a chance, and somehow we pulled it out here.
Unbelievable ebb and flow to this game, John. As I said during the broadcast, it was history repeating itself in the third with the huge 3 balls your guys knocked out.
Right. And actually, Tim, I thought the key was they got up 15-4, and we were teetering, and we got back in the game. Once we got back in the game, now it's play basketball, and I thought we were just solid the last 2.5 quarters. And what a great game by our guys. Just fight, scratch, kick. And to win that game is amazing. It's a testament to our guys.
John, I've got Devon unofficially for 34. I've got him 8 of 8 from the free throw line in the overtime. A remarkable performance by your all-district player.
Hey, here's the coach and Tim. End of the game, I said, Grant, just go get the ball. Just get the ball. I mean, that's it. Just because he's 80-something% fall shooter, get the ball, we win the game. They got the ball, made fall shots, won the game.
You've had a lot of big wins in your career, but this one certainly has to stand out. An unbelievable victory.
It's up there. Just the grit, determination these guys showed is just amazing. And we'll start thinking about Saturday a little bit later, but we're going to enjoy this one tonight because this is going to send little shockwaves throughout Northeast Ohio and the rest of the state. Because I don't think anybody except them 12 guys thought we were going to win the game.
What did I just say? I literally just said that exact word. Troy, anything for John before we let him go?
John, just real quick, congratulations. Hats off to you guys. To hold a St. Ed's team that averages over 82 points to 60 through 4 quarters, I thought defensively you guys were awesome.
Yeah, we did. We followed a game plan. We wanted to, get up on the catch, contest shots, and take away dribble drive. And I thought we did, for the most part, a great job of that. We made them earn most of their points they scored, and I don't know what to say. I'm just so happy for our guys in City Lorain. And you're right, Tim. It's one of the best sports moments in maybe Lorain City history. It's up there somewhere. To win this kind of game in this kind of environment is unbelievable.
And I just want to say too, I think every kid that stepped on the floor for you guys helped you win this game.
No doubt about it. In some way, shape, or form, they all played their hearts out, and we're going to come back Saturday, and I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to find a way to get it done somehow.
I haven't seen a smile that big on your face in a long time, John.
Yeah. Hey, can I say one thing to my daughter in Baltimore? I know right now she's happy, and thanks, guys, for coming out.
John, those are tears of joy, my friend. Those are tears of joy. I'm so happy for you, man. Congrats.
Congratulations. Great win.
John Rossitano, an emotional John Rossitano, and now he's hugging his other daughter, Abby, here tonight. Wow, what a game. What an unbelievable performance by this Lorain High Titan team tonight. 72-69 overtime win in the Sweet 16 against the vaunted Eagles of Lakewood St. Edward's High School. This one will live forever. No matter what happens Saturday, this game will live forever in the minds of Lorain High and Lorain City and community fans.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going up against a state-ranked team, somebody with the tradition that St. Ed's has, but Lorain is creating a nice tradition of their own, and hats off to them. Just one of the most fun games I've been involved in, whether watching, coaching, you name it.
Unbelievable. 72-69. I guess I'm heading to Toledo on Saturday. All right, we'll take our final timeout. We'll wrap it all up from the University of Akron right after this on our Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup on WEOL. On your phone with the app, Troy Online.
At WEOL.com.
My, oh my, this is one we'll remember for a long, long time. Lorain in the Division I Regional Semifinal, Sweet 16, makes the trip to Akron to take on the Mighty Eagles from Lakewood St. Edward's High School, and they topple St. Ed's in overtime, 72-69. Tim Elkhorn, Troy DeFranco here at the Jar. Troy, you're in radio. You're not allowed to say I'm speechless. But I'm speechless because it was one of the most incredible victories by an underdog team that I have seen in all my years of doing play-by-play.
You know, I told you off the air, coaching, watching, by far one of the best games I've ever been part of.
Incredible. As John said in our post-game talk, boy, Lorain was teetering. They were down 11 in that first quarter, 15-4, but they never lost faith. They got it to within 5 at the end of one, 20-15. They were still down by 6 at the half at 31-25. But then at the end of the third quarter, as I said during the broadcast, it was literally history repeating itself. They had 3 monumental threes from Jaden Sledge in the district championship game against Strongsville. Tonight it was 3 threes, 2 by Sledge, 1 by Devon Grant, and we were deadlocked at 49 going into the fourth quarter of play, and then Lorain simply would not go away. You heard Terry Howell with the highlight right there. Devon Grant with a monumental 3-ball, a shot that will live in Lorain history to tie the game at 60. Lorain had tied the game. St. Ed's went for the game winner. They couldn't convert, and so we went to overtime. And in the overtime, Lorain outscored St. Ed's 12-9, all 12 points from Devon Grant, including a perfect 8 of 8 from the free throw line. And in incredible fashion, Lorain beat St. Ed's 72-69. So Lorain's 21-5, and they are headed to the Elite Eight, the regional final, Saturday afternoon in Toledo to take on either Toledo-Whitmer or Toledo-St. John. By the way, that game is tomorrow night. So John will have a chance to go up and scout that game. Whitmer and St. John's will play on Thursday night, and the winner will have the advantage of playing right back in Toledo on Saturday afternoon. But here come the Titans off this unbelievable 72-69 win. All right, individually, the numbers look like this. For St. Ed's, their season is over at 22-4. Demetrius Terry finished up with 7. Montori Foster had 16. Grant Huffman with 17. Delvante Blanton had a 7-point effort tonight. Emmett Chambers with 12. P.J. Flannery had 10. For St. Ed's, a total of 69. Quarters of 20, 11, 18, 11, and 9 in the overtime. For Lorain High, off the bench, and they only went 2 guys off the bench, and Cameron Thomas played about a minute. Cameron didn't score. Jaden Sledge, 8 critical points off the bench, the 2 huge 3-balls in that third quarter of play. Starting 5, Jordan Jackson did not score. Cameron Davis finished up with 6, all in the first quarter. David Wetherington with 9. Tavon Pierre-Lewis had 15. And again, Devon Grant, what a legacy he's already leaving for himself in Lorain with a 34-point effort in this regional semifinal to lead all scores. Lorain with a total of 72, quarters of 15, 10, 24 in the third, 11 in the fourth, 12 in the overtime, all from Devon Grant, and it adds up to a 72-69 win for the Titans in overtime. They're playing Saturday in the Elite Eight against either Whitmer or St. John's. Troy, final thoughts.
Well, I think Lorain defended, they rebounded, they got key contributions from everybody that played, and the biggest thing probably was they had the best guy on the floor tonight.
Devon Grant.
Devon Grant.
My goodness, what a tournament run he has had. What a phenomenal tournament for Lorain.
Not only does he score, make free throws, but St. Ed's pressure is no joke. They put pressure on you, and he was dribbling through the traps. Unbelievable effort by the Titans.
But as you said during our final timeout, we were talking in the break, even though Devon has 34, everybody at some point made a huge play for Lorain tonight. Every one of those kids.
Absolutely, they all did. Wetherington probably had the steal of the game. Sledge hitting those threes. Cameron Davis had a couple defensive plays and scored in the beginning of the game. You know, you go right down the line. They all made plays. Pierre-Lewis. I thought Pierre-Lewis was another big key with the way he rebounded the basketball.
Incredible win. Incredible night here in Akron. Titans win it 72-69. All right, that's going to do it. Many people to thank. Our engineer back in the studio tonight did an awesome job spinning the dials. Terry Howell, outstanding work from you. Engineer on site was Jared Kozar. Outstanding work from Jared. Troy DeFranco, man, it's been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
Been great. Been great.
Biggest thanks goes to you, the listeners. Tim Elkhorn saying once again, congratulations, Lorain. And from the Jar in Akron, so long, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.